Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody today on this beautiful January 8th? We're already in January 8th, guys. Wow. This new year is not wasting any time at all. We are not wasting any time. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. I know it's kind of late to say that. They usually say like after the 3rd, you know, you shouldn't say Happy New Year anymore, but whatever. Happy New Year. All right. Let's see here. Did go to bed a little bit late, so I'm a little tired, but that's okay. The show must go on. How come this is like this? Can you guys hear me okay? Can I get a sound check? Can I get a sound check, please, so that I could know that you guys can hear me okay. Still need that sound check. Still need that sound check. Sound is perfect? Yes. Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, so good. So the background music isn't too loud and I sound okay. All right, so let's get into it. So guys, I know I said that I think I told you guys that I was only going to be looking at US30, but we can still analyze gold as well because I know a lot of you still trade gold. So I'll keep it to US30 and gold. I know it was US30, gold, and AU, but I will keep it to just these pairs. So that, you know, you guys feel like it's not just the one pair. I know a lot of you don't trade US30. I know a lot of you don't trade gold. So we can keep a little healthy balance there for everybody. Excuse me. So last week, I think I took, I want to say 2 trades. Might have only been 1. Because I think that second trade I missed my entry on US30. So not too much trading this week. I'm sorry, last week. So let's see what this week has. And I didn't start it back last week because that's the first week of the new year. And it was also NFP week. So not that I have anything against trading during NFP week, but I just prefer you know, start fresh without any issues with the charts. Why is this acting like this suddenly? So if we check Forex Factory this morning, looks like we're in the clear, guys. Nothing too crazy happening, so we should be good there. Oh, let me get this going here. Let's get this going here. Forgot about you guys here. Sorry guys, get you guys in here shortly. Hey, what's going on here? Okay, what's happening here? How come I can't? Why does it keep doing that? Oh, that's why.
Oh.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't know where that damn cough came from. When I did my fast this week, or last week I should say, it kind of came up out of nowhere. I don't know why, but I'm going to be doubling up on my vitamin C so that I don't have to worry about that. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but I'll figure it out. Okay. So okay. So as all of you should know, or if you don't know, I was using Henkel Trade for probably the last 3 years, 4 years. And you know, with all the broker drama that's been going on, they got kicked off MetaQuotes, similar to pretty much all the other ones, and they were using ActTrader. So I did a video on me using ActTrader. Y'all know I didn't like it. The first version that came out of the first version that came out with it was the desktop version, and then the web version. So it's the same I guess company or platform, but different versions kind of the same thing, if you will. So I preferred using the web version because it just, I don't know, it was just a little bit more user friendly to me. It wasn't too much going on there with it, so I preferred using that. And then they came out with another broker called Fentura. So guys, I'm just like you guys. I prefer to stay on MetaQuotes. Everybody pretty much, we had to like get used to using something different because a lot of our brokers got kicked off of MetaQuotes. Now, the two other brokers that I had been using, like when I first started trading, I was using Hugo's Way. excuse me. And the reason why I even knew about Hugo's Way is because that's the broker that the person that signed me up to IML, that's the one they were using. So I was new in the whole, I was a new student basically, so I didn't know really anything about brokers. Like when they told me to sign up for this broker, like I was like, okay, I didn't know what it was really. I didn't really understand too much about it. So I didn't know there were even other brokers out there that you could use until maybe probably like a year and a half, 2 years into it. So I'm just putting people in the Zoom here. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I got you, Brenton. Okay. So I didn't know there were other options that you can go with. So anyway, when I did find out that there were other options, I think I went, who's the next broker I was using, because once I learned about like spreads, commissions and everything, I went to Trader's Way. So I was using Trader's Way. The music volume is too loud. I don't see how that's possible. I have it on the lowest volume right now, so you need to adjust the sound on your end. Everyone else seems to be able to hear me fine, because if y'all couldn't hear me, I would have got a bunch of that in the chat, and I don't have that. So if the sound is too loud for you, I don't know what to tell you. I can't lower it anymore. So I went over to Trader's Way, and Trader's Way was great. I'll be honest with you, I love Trader's Way. Till this day, I love Trader's Way. But I think, how long ago was it? I want to say 2 maybe years ago. I don't know how long ago, but they stopped accepting US clients. And something tells me, like with all the drama that was happening last year with this, that they maybe knew something or saw something coming. I have no idea, but they stopped accepting US clients. So, but it didn't affect the traders that they already had, because anybody who already had an account with them, you were just grandfathered in. If you were in the US, you were grandfathered in, but any new people, you couldn't sign up with them. So I wasn't affected because I was already in at the time. They were obviously accepting US clients. So I used Trader's Way, and then when I started my YouTube channel, before I started my YouTube channel, I watched a lot of other YouTube traders channels, like Swaggy at the time was a big one for me. Who else? What's that guy's name? Ty Dollar, I think his name is, TY Dollar, something like that. I watched him. This Asian kid, he did a lot of beginner stuff. He had a really chalky voice. I forgot his name. I don't want to guess it, but it was an Asian kid that I was watching. So anyway, I watched a lot of YouTube channels, and that's how I got to know about all the other options that we had, you know, while I was learning to trade also at the same time. So and that's how I found Henkel Trade. That's how I found them. And I said, oh, okay, so what I wanted to do was like to see, because if I was using Hugo's Way and I was trading GJ at the time. I was trading GJ heavily at the time. And the spread was bad. The spread was like 3 pips, I think. And that doesn't sound like that much, but it really is in the grand scheme of things. It really is. So then when I started using Trader's Way, that was around the time I was trading GJ, I was trading EU, I was trading gold, and I realized that I got into profit a lot faster on Trader's Way. So I was with Trader's Way for like 2 years for a while, and I never really looked around for any other brokers because I like them. Usually when you like what you're using, you don't really go looking for another one or something else. You know what I'm saying? So I like them. But then I thought about it once and I said, well, if I like the spread on it, on my pairs, because I was getting into profit a lot quicker, because as a scalper, guys, you have to be in profit quickly because you're not catching a lot of the move. You're not catching a lot of profit, basically. So if you have to, let's say I'm catching 10 pips, right? If I'm catching 10 pips and the spread is 3 pips. So now instead of trying to catch 10, I need to catch 13 or 14 or 15 to not only cover the spread, but to cover like commissions and all that. So you want to get into profit a lot faster when you're a scalper. So I think the style that you trade, be it if you're a scalper, intraday, swing, because when you're, let's say, a swing trader, you have a little bit more wiggle room for all that. So it might not be as important, the spread or whatever may not be as important to you. You have to find what works for you individually, right? The same as you have to find out what works for you pair-wise, session-wise, style-wise. You have to find the same that works for you with your broker as well. And I recommend having multiple brokers. I use Henkel right now. They're not really Henkel anymore. I'm using the new broker they came out with, Fentura, right now. But do I have accounts with other brokers? Yeah, I still have my Trader's Way account. I actually still have my Hugo's Way account, even though, well, I haven't checked it, but I don't even think it's there anymore because everything was kicked off or whatever. So I haven't checked it in forever. So, and I think I had like $50 in there anyway. I left like that. That's all I had in there anywhere. I think it might have even been less. But I've always told you guys, always have multiple brokers, because first of all, you always want to diversify your money, not just in trading, in life, period, right? I have multiple bank accounts. I don't have just one bank. I have like 4 different bank accounts at 4 different banks. Okay, I have 2 different retirement accounts, IRA accounts, 401k accounts. Always diversify, because if something goes belly up, if something goes stops working or anything, like diversify. Never ever. Now you can have one main account, one main bank, one main broker, one main session, pair, whatever, but always diversify. Don't ever put all your eggs in one basket, because you just never know. With trading, don't just trade. Have multiple streams of income, have a side business, put money into investments, get into real estate, last night I'm talking to my family, and they're all talking about how much money they betted on sports games, football, basketball. And I watch sports, I love sports, but I never thought to gamble on it. I never thought we could. And now that gambling is legal, sports betting is legal in Florida, I'm like, oh, maybe this is an opportunity now to look into it. I had well, he's not a friend of mine, he's just someone I just met, and I was having lunch, and he was sitting right next to me, and he goes, hey, you see that college game that's on right now? I just made $700 off of that. And I was like, whoa, how did you do that? How did you do it? And he says to me, I betted that the score would be 42 and above between both teams. So what I like, and the score was like the teams combined, I think one had like 28, the other one had like 21 or something, but it was above the 42 point that he gambled or whatever. So, and just like that, he made money. So, and then it's so flexible. It's so like, okay, it's not 100% now, you're still gambling, But I like that. I like the rush. I like the thrill of it. You know, I think it's really cool. You can just say, hey, the Lakers and the Clippers are playing, and I think LeBron's gonna have 20 plus points tonight. And you know he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? So you put a certain amount there, and then he goes for 25 points, and boom, you make money. You know, so I like that. So, and that's another, that could be another income stream, right? So you always want to diversify and look for other ways to, you know, to make money and to things. So anyway, going back to this, always diversify, always look around for what's out there, and do your due diligence. I always tell you guys to do your due diligence, because you can't just go off what one person says. None of us here have all the answers. Not everybody is as knowledgeable. Not everybody even is as honest, giving you the right information. You know, they're just saying, hey, do this, do this, do this, with no really reason behind it. So do your due diligence. If someone says, even influencers, myself, anybody that you look up to, anybody that you watch, obviously the only reason why we know about certain brokers is because some of our favorite influencers are pushing them. If they weren't, we wouldn't really know about them. Because if I was to go to look for another broker, I would literally go to Google, type in Forex broker, and then a million of them would pop up probably. Same with the prop industry, right? You don't know which prop firm to really go to. You're kind of just going off of, hey, this person, that person. You hear reviews about this one, you hear that, this and that. So we kind of piggyback off of each other here. And we all look for help from each other. We look for guidance from each other. We're looking for something to point us in the right direction. But even then, you still have to find what works for you. Because if you're someone who likes fast same-day withdrawals, and you use a broker that doesn't have same-day withdrawals, they might withdraw or send you a withdrawal the next day, or 2 days later, or 3 days later even. If you're that type that's like impatient and you're like, no, I need my money same day, then you need to find a broker that has same-day withdrawals. When I was with Hugo's Way, I got my withdrawal same day sometimes. Sometimes it took like a couple hours, but it was usually the same day. So I never really had any issue. Trader's Way, same thing, same day, same thing. With Henko, sometimes I got it same day, sometimes I had to wait. So that part I had to get used to, because I'm like, wait a minute, why do I have to wait, this and that, whatever. So, but when you're fine with it, it's like, okay, I'm okay with it. As long as I get my money, I'm good. Rayneo, yes, thank you. Rayneo, that's the guy. I liked his videos. He did a lot of beginner stuff, but I liked his videos. But yeah, he was somebody that I watched in the beginning. It wasn't Donvo. No, I just heard about Donvo last year, like towards the end of the year. And I don't even watch him anymore, because cool trader, but his style doesn't really mesh with mine, so I don't really watch it. But he trades gold, which is pretty cool. So if I was still trading gold, I'd probably still watch him just to get, you know, info from him, like tidbits and stuff. Because like I tell you guys, always be a student. Always be a student. Don't ever think that, oh, I'm a master trader and I don't need to learn anymore and I don't need to watch anything or anybody. Nah, you still want to fill your mind with as much as you can. You always want to be studying, back testing, learning from other people. Always be a student of the game. And I will never, ever be someone who will sit here and tell you guys that once you get to a certain point, you can just stop. You can just stop and just do what you've been doing. And no, markets, conditions are always changing. Things are always happening. That's forcing us to change basically how we are, what we're doing. So you have to adapt. You have to adapt and adjust to how things are changing. All right. Let me do this here because people are not listening here. Oh, I don't know if they can see this list. Let me try this. 1 second, guys. I just need to do something here real quick. Oh, here you go. Oops. Doing this. Desktop. Okay. Jeez. Trader Joint doesn't have indices. I know. They do now though. They do now. And I did not know that until my cousin told me that a couple weeks ago. I did not know that. They do now. They have them now. So if you were not aware, they do have them now. Guys, please do not come in the chat and talk about the recent drama that's been happening online. I'm not going to address that on here. It's being handled on my end. If you are looking for a response or something from me from that, you're not going to get it. So if you're here for that, please just get off my life. I'm not here to address foolishness. That's the end of that. So if you come in here discussing that stuff, you're just gonna get blocked. Simple. And I'm not gonna address it any further. Okay. Thank you so very much. Appreciate your cooperation. So, So yeah, guys, don't put all your eggs in one basket, okay? All right, so let me look at this here. So this is, wow. Let's do it here instead. Gosh, I'm all over the place today. Let me see. So Hanko was using Act Trader when they got booted off of medicals. So I had to learn how to use that platform. I probably took, I don't know, 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, like 2 weeks to learn the platform, kind of get, not even just learn it, but to get familiar with it, get comfortable with it, trust it. And it was working good. It was working good. Some days though, not so good. But for the most part, I only use it for the same thing that I used MT4 for. And that was just to execute trades, because I always use TradingView to mark up. I never, ever would use MetaQuotes to mark up my charts, because first of all, MT4 is a dinosaur, guys. Whether y'all realize it or not, know it or not, care or not, it's a dinosaur. So it's a dinosaur. So I never even thought to do markups on there. I tried it a couple times and I was like, no, it's just easier to use TradingView. So I was like, you know what? I kind of sort of don't care about the user experience of it. I just want to be able to open my trade and close my trade. That's it. Because that's essentially what I was using MetaTrader for, is just to open my trade and close my trade. So that's all I was looking for. Even though the chart was there, you know, you have to do this, that. It's nice to be able to see it on your phone. The phone was just, forget it. But it's nice to be able to have the accessibility of it. But if you can't do what you need, if you can do what you want to do on there, you can. But I need to be able to do what I need to do on there. And if I need to do it and it's not there, I can't do it. Okay. So anyway, it's just, I had to get used to it. So I liked the web version more than I liked the desktop version. So I ended up only using the web version. And then they tell me, hey, Charlene, we got this new broker coming out called Fentura. So I'm like, oh, okay. What's all that about? So this is the website for it, Fentura.com. And I'll put this in the chat so you guys could see if you want to go to use my link in the chat. And it's in the description box of this video. So this is it right here. Fentura.com. Weird name, same as most the other names. It was just, I don't know, Fentura. But either way, new broker from Henkel. 0.0 spreads, $2 commissions, 1 to 500. But the thing is, guys, with new things come what? New struggles, new issues here and there. So you kind of have to wiggle your way to where you want to be. And I'm hoping this does last, and you know, we're able to just keep pushing like we've been pushing along. And back when things were normal, back in 2018, 2019, when we didn't have all these issues with trading, all you had to do was just learn to trade. The days, we just had better days. We had better days when all you had to do was just learn to trade. Now you not only have to learn and deal with the struggles of learning, but now you have to worry about, hey, is my broker okay? Is my money okay? Am I okay? You know, it's stressful. It's a pain in the butt. But you know, we have to adapt. Like I said, we have to keep it going, you know, and it is what it is. So they have this broker here called Fentura that they just started this year. I don't know if it was already in the works. I'm not sure, but they're on MetaTrader 4, and I've been using them on MetaTrader 4. I tried them out last week, tried it out on demo, did open up a live account, same thing. It seems to be working pretty good. Haven't had any issues with it yet. Usually with new things, you have quirks, you have little things that pop up that have, give you issues or whatever. So I haven't experienced any of that yet, but we'll see. Now the pricing chart, okay. Because this person's camera is distracting me. They keep moving around and wherever they are, and it's distracting me. What was I going to? Right here. So the pricing, right, on the chart, when I would look at it on my phone or on the account, it would look a little bit off, but that's normal because what's it called? The liquidity is different. It's never going to be the same as on TradingView. It's never going to be exact unless you're using a broker that's on TradingView. And those of you that are asking, did I look into like Oanda, Forex.com? I did. The leverage is so low. You need a bunch of money in there to even push it to where you want to take it. It's tough, guys. It's tough. But that it is what it is. We have what we have. They're not regulated. So any of you that are on the regulation train, they're not regulated. Okay. Let me get all these people in here. Here we go. Boom. Okay. Open this. January. They're not regulated. Is it always best to go with regulation? Because guys, here's my thing with the whole regulated, non-regulated thing. You still don't know. You still don't know if your funds are okay, if you're gonna experience slippage, you don't know. Do you guys, are any of you aware of what happened with FTX? If you don't know what happened with FTX, go Google FTX. Google it and see what happened. FTX was a crypto platform, same as all these other ones, and a big one. You had Tom Brady and Steph Curry and Kim Kardashian and all these big, powerful people, endorsing it, sponsoring it. They were basically what? Affiliates for it, and when you have that type of credibility behind it, you think that it's okay. So everybody did what? Everybody ran over to FTX and put their money in there. What happened? FTX was regulated, guys, and people lost billions with a B. Gone, poof, disappear. And who do you call? What do you do? In that case, was someone held accountable? Yeah, because it was a big company. There's a lot of, stuff going on with it, So it's just like, even if you're with a regulated broker, that sense of security is still a false sense of security, if you will, But at the end of the day, would we all like to go with one that is quote unquote regulated? Yeah, but the ones that are regulated, the real ones, the legit ones that are regulated, they don't give you too much wiggle room with your money. So that's the only issue we have. Literally, that's the only issue that we have with them. Is the amount of freedom that we have with our money with them. That's it. So we just wish it was different. That's all. So yeah, that's my whole thing with the whole FTX. With the whole regulated, unregulated thing, guys. We're in the same niche. We're in the financial markets. It's the same stuff. If you just feel more comfortable going with somebody regulated, go with somebody regulated. Don't go to this broker. Don't use an unregulated broker, period. If you go with someone and they say, hey, is this regulated, not regulated, and you want regulated and they're not regulated, then don't use them. But also find out, what's the regulation? What does it mean? What does it cover? Where are they regulated? If you live in I don't know, corn-fed Alaska somewhere, and your broker is regulated in Egypt somewhere. I mean, are you really covered in Alaska? Because it's all the way over there in Egypt. You know, it's like, make it make sense. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all. So, have you tried Sway? No, I will never try Sway. Every other broker could go down, and if I had to stop trading, and Sway was the only broker that was left, I would not use them. I'm sorry. I just don't like what they've been doing. It's just not cool. So I don't agree with that. So yeah, I would not use Sway. That's just me. That's just me. I've been hearing a lot of things. A lot has been going on, and a lot of negativity, a lot of drama, and all of it is coming from people that are affiliates of Sway. And I just feel like I don't want to be a part of that negativity at all. So if it means, does that, you know, I wouldn't have anything to do with it. I could still be trade on Sway and be out of the way. But just because of the people that are affiliated with it, I don't want to be attached to those people. I don't want to be attached to that. So no. Have I tried Trade Locker? No, I have not tried Trade Locker either. I heard a lot of good and bad things about it, but I just want to do my own thing. I just want to do my own thing, and that's that. You're not dealing with Henko Trade anymore. It's not that I'm not dealing with them. They're just not around. They're going down, basically. I think they're closing their doors, honestly. I think they're closing, and they're moving everything over to Fentura. They rebranded, went to another name, another platform. They changed up a lot of things. So it's not that I'm not with them anymore. I know some people are not with them anymore because of issues that they had, but they went over to Fentura. But if I have issues with Fentura, I'm going to be looking elsewhere too. And the only reason why, guys, I'm not using Trader's Way for trading is because the spread is so bad on indices. Even though they have indices now, which is really cool, the spread is so bad. I'm just like, oh my god, like it would have been so much easier to just use them, but the spread is really bad. So I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna stay here. I'm still partnered with Henko, aka Fentura. I'm still an affiliate with them. So I'm like, you know what? Let me give them a chance. I'm very loyal. They're the first broker that reached out to me that were like, hey, you know, we like your channel, we like what you're doing, we see you growing. Would you like to come on with us? I was already using them before they reached out to me, so it was like a match made in heaven because I was already using them. If Trader's Way had reached out to me, same thing. I'd have been like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm already using you guys. I love you guys. Yeah, let's partner up. You know what I mean? So I just feel like I'm super loyal. I want to stick to those who believed in me when I was a nobody, you know, and they did, you know. No other brokers, no other anything reached out and said, hey, you know, I think I had like, I don't know, 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. I had like maybe 5,000 followers on Instagram. So it was like, I was just me, just trying to learn and make a name for myself. And I'm loyal. I'm just loyal. The people that looked out for me, the people that gave me a chance, I feel like that's worth more than other things. So that's the reason why you guys see me sticking to this company. It's because they took a chance on me when I was a nobody. That's the reason why. And until they give me a reason to say, peace out, I'm out, I'll be right here. I'll be right here until that happens. Okay? Can I say I'll be with them next year, the rest of this year, the year after that? I have no idea. We'll see what happens based on, you know, how things are moving. But for the most part, I'm gonna rock with them until they give me a reason not to. All right? So that's just me. I'm a Cancer, and if you're a Cancer or you know any Cancers, you know that we're super loyal people. All right. What about Dominion markets? I tried out Dominion markets. I wasn't too crazy about it. Even though it's owned by one of my mentors. Just like, think about it, guys. Q is one of my mentors. Raja is one of my mentors. Q has Trade Locker. Raja has Dominion Markets. I don't use either. What does that tell you guys? I do my own thing. I like to do my own thing. Would I try them? Did I try them out? Yeah. Now, I never tried out Trade Locker. I'll say that. I never tried that out, but I never had any reason to. But I did try out Dominion, but I only tried out Dominion only because Raja himself reached out to me about trying out Dominion Markets. That's the only reason why. Otherwise, I was good where I was. Didn't need anything else. All I want to do is trade. All I want to do is trade, guys. I don't care about nothing else. All I want to do is trade. All right. So Osprey FX. Yes, I have heard about Osprey. Can someone tell me if they're still on Medicals? I don't know if they're still in Medicals, because I had heard that they were going to get booted off too, but I'm not sure. Have you tried Blueberry? I haven't. I know of Blueberry, but have I ever sat down and tried it out, went to the thing and tried? No. AFX, no. I'm gonna ignore that comment there. Guys, let's not talk about that loser. Let's not mention him in the chat. Nothing, guys. This guy, just let's not give him any attention. No attention whatsoever. No attention whatsoever. Please, let's just not. We're not entertaining any of that stuff, guys. This year, next year, the year after that, nothing. All right, let's keep it moving here. I'm not gonna lie, say people that, yeah, guys, this all broker stuff is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Osprey is on Trade Locker. Okay, they're on Trade Locker. Okay. So anyway, Fentura. Why us? Why choose Fentura? Why trade with Fentura? 100% deposit bonus. If you use the link, if you use my affiliate link, guys, you can get up to 200% deposit bonus, and I believe up to 1,000 leverage. All right. So if you use the link, you can get that. Use the link. Once you sign up for it, go over to the support chat group once you log in, and tell them you signed up under Charlene FX, and they will give you access to that. All right. Excuse me. Superior order execution, access to the global markets, raw spread from 0.0 pips, low transaction costs, 24/5 client support, and multiple online trading platforms. All right. Instant deposit, fast withdrawals, free deposit and withdrawals, and no hidden fees. I have heard, guys, about like when you go to withdraw from your broker that they like charge you. Like, I never experienced that. I never experienced that with Hugo's Way, Trader's Way, Henkel Trade. I never experienced that. The only time I got you got fees is like when your funds went over to the blockchain to whoever your crypto exchange was, they took their fees, which is normal. So when like someone messaged me once saying, hey, my broker says I have to give them 2% or 1% or some percentage of their withdrawal. And I was like, what? I never heard of that before. And then they showed it to me and I was like, oh, well, I don't know. I never heard of that before. I don't even remember the name of that broker. But I never knew that before. You know, so you learn something new every day, guys. You learn something new every day. All right, so low commission complements our spread, raw spreads, and then let's see here. They also have different, what do you call it? Account types. Here we go. The account types. You are guaranteed the best available bid and ask prices, commission for every asset. You can sign up to be a partner, trading platform, pricing, markets, about, tools. Okay, and then they have 0 account types. They have a 0, Pro, and Prime. Those are the names of the accounts. So if you look through here, you'll see the different accounts names and what the difference is. So minimum spread, minimum, leverage, plate trading platforms, everything is here. So yeah, you pick which account you like, get started, all that good stuff. So if you guys want to be on MT4, you want to try this broker out, if you want to try it, you're more than welcome to give it a shot and see. But if you are, most traders now, guys, most of you are using prop accounts anyway, prop accounts, other trading platforms. So it is what it is. But all I will say is try different things out to find what works for you. Don't say, oh, I'm using this solely because SharleneFX said to use it. No, use it because you tried it, you like it, it vibes with you, and you're good to go. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, guys? So, what FX account can you sell to? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But guys, honestly, I don't want my broker account to be attached to my bank account. I don't. I like the whole crypto thing. I don't mind it. I don't know, because when you attach your bank account, guys, or your cards and stuff to these things, you don't know what they can see or what access they have or how much control they have. Not saying they can just take money from you or whatever, but I don't know. I don't like having too many things attached to my bank account. Like even my bills that I pay for. Like, yeah, most of my bills aren't automatic, but I pick and choose like what cards I have on what. You know, you shouldn't want to be able to do that, to have your bank account and stuff attached, because it's just, I don't know, guys. With technology these days, I'm just iffy about that kind of thing. That's just my preference. That's just my preference. So, I don't know. We'll see. But so far, so good. So far, so good. I like it. So far, so good. Let me log in to my account now. So we can get started here. It is 8:48. I was trying to start at like right after market open at 9:30. So we'll see. Well, we'll probably do the breakdown and then we'll wait for 9:30 to see what happens, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to log in to my Fentura account now. What's my password again? Uno momento. Hey. Okay. Wow. Okay, so password is long. I copy and paste it because that thing is long. Let's see. Password. Okay. Why is this taking so long? I can't find my password. Hold on, guys. Excuse me. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here we go. I hope it lets me copy it. I don't have to type it in here. I usually log in on my phone, so hopefully it lets me. Here we go. Yes, it worked. It let me do that. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. Perfect. All right. We are in here. Now give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna scroll this over here. Wow. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, everybody. So let's get into the breakdown, shall we? Let's do it. Oh. Okay. Getting everybody in here. Can we get the likes up, guys? We're only at 200 likes. Can we get the likes up? That would be awesome. Okay. We're gonna start with US30. Let's go to the daily. Man, I haven't been on these charts since what? Wednesday of last week. All right, Wednesday of last week. So, we already checked Forex Factory. We're good there. So, the end of last year, guys, was crazy on US30, guys. Look at this monstrosity. I don't know where this came from. I don't know. Look at what we were doing before that. Look at all this beautiful structure here, and then US30 just did that. That is bananas. That is nuts. In the way of pullbacks, wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening. The pullbacks were garbage. Straight garbage. This started in October, and we're still up here. Okay, we broke these highs from January of 2022, guys. 2022, we in 2024. And US30 blew past that like it wasn't even there. Crazy. So listen. Market conditions always changing. You have to adjust. Can you guys spell my name right in the chat? That'd be great. My name is literally on right here on the bottom of the screen, and it's on the YouTube channel. Can you guys spell my name at least with an S? There is no C's in my name at all. Can you guys do that for me? Appreciate it. Please don't butcher my name on here. It's not a difficult name. Okay, so let's get into this breakdown here. Let's see what we got going on US30. So US30, let's go back. Let's reanalyze here. Let me give you guys some game on how to read this pair, how to analyze this pair, how to trade it, how to combat it and trade it, and not let this pair intimidate you, same as it used to intimidate me. Okay, sorry guys about the commercials in the background. I have a YouTube audio playing back here, and it's giving me commercials here now. Sorry guys. All right, perfect. So okay, let's go back to, and if you don't have bar replay, guys, I suggest you get it, invest in it. It's only like 20 bucks a month on TradingView, so get it. Okay, works great. Okay, December was amazing, LOL. Yeah, yes, it was. It was a good month for US30 because that bullish run was insane. Okay, all right. So US30 was trending very nicely over the course of the year for the most part. This is the daily time frame, so obviously these are all daily candles. Very nice trend, right? We had very nice structure for the most part. Okay, so that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. You want to see the market moving in waves because that's how it's supposed to move. And usually it kind of tells you, gives you levels and key areas of the market that you want to pay attention to. Okay, so when you're on the high time frames like this, let's say the daily, right? You pick an area, right? Pick like a box area where you want to, analyze the market. So let's say we start looking at it from here all the way over to where the market is right here. All right, so if I mark off this area right here, this is my little window of where I want to analyze for the most part. Okay, what I want to do is I want to kind of analyze all the areas of the market that are key areas where the market started trending from, respecting, retesting. Those are areas you want to look at, right? So if I look at this area right here, from this area to here, if I look at this area right here, I'll see that price came back here and tested that area several times, and then it never really came back. Kind of tried to come back a couple times and then it left. So if I see that price came here once, twice, and then it never came back, well, where's the next key area that price tested? Well, I was right here. This is the next time price came to this area. And did we ever come back and test it? Yes, from right there. And the reason why I'm marking off support levels here is because right now the market is currently trending up. Okay, it's trending bullish. At one point the market was at a high here, high, low, lower high, lower low, and then we made a high. We did not break this low, we stopped, and then we broke the previous high, which means what? We have a break of structure. So when you have a break of structure, the trend is no longer bearish, the trend is now potentially bullish. Now you want to wait for that retest to verify that you're going to continue bullish. Didn't give too much of one, because if I was to use a fib here, price never really came back, not even 50%, not even 50, damn well not 61, and it just took off from there. Okay, so we broke structure here, we broke this high here, breaking structure right there, never really came back to test it, pushed up, created a newfound area of support, and then we held that area of support as price continued to trend upwards. Now, is it like this? Does it look like that? No. It would have been nice to look like that, yeah, but we didn't get that lucky. Okay, with US30 it's a whole different ballgame. Okay, so price pushed down here, we pushed up, and we made a higher high. Okay, we have a high, we have a low, we have a higher high and a low, and then price kind of played around here until it came back, and look how many days it retested, guys. Once price pushed from this area here in November of 2022, it came back all the way in March of 2023. March of 2023, from November to March, December, January, February, March. It took 4 months for price to come back to retest. And when it did come back to retest that area, guys, look how many times it retested it. These are all daily candles. So what that tells me here is this is a very strong zone. It's a very strong area because price price stayed here for a while, stayed here for, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus days. It stayed in this area, wicking until it finally gave you that push, right? If you guys watch my streams from last year, I always look for that first push, and then I look for the bounce to come back, right? So we're here, we push down, we range, and then what did we get? We got this beautiful first push out, breaking these highs. This candle pushed up. This is pure price action, guys. Pure price action. Price pushes up, breaking the high. What did we get? A very nice retest of the area. We got some wick rejections to the downside. Notice that these wicks never broke the low of these wicks down here. Pushed up, and what do we have? Beautiful bullish candle closers until price eventually just takes off. So once you got that first push out of the range, out of this demand zone down here. You have price coming back down, giving one beautiful retest candle, and then eventually took off. Guys, when I'm trading, guys, I look for the same stuff. I look for the exact same thing. Are you going to get it in the same way, same format, all that? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. There's always going to be variables that kind of take the market in different places. But for the most part, you're looking for the same thing. You have to have a trading plan, guys. You guys have to know what you're looking for to be able to have confidence in your trade setup. If I'm looking at this setup right here, and I see the market doing a bunch of this, and I see us coming down, making lower lows, and I see us forming an area of support, and we're holding this area of support, I'm looking for one of two things. I'm looking for us to break that support to continue structure to the downside, or I'm looking for the exact same thing to the upside from my key area. This key area here is going to tell me what I'm looking for. I don't want to see anything in here until I see my confirmations. I'm looking for, if it's going up, a bullish push out. If it's going down, a bearish push down. And then I'm waiting for my retest. I get my retest right here. Then I'm looking to take my entry, and I'm looking to ride the wave on up. If it was vice versa and the market pushed down bearish, I'm looking for it to come down. Then I'm looking for it to retest and then continue bearish. Your retest is your best confirmation. If you're able to wait on a valid retest, a valid, not just any retest, a valid high time frame, strong confirmation retest, you will have more confidence in the trade. And then you just have to hold it at that point, because US30 is a very bipolar pair. It really is. Sometimes it does what it's supposed to do, comes down, retests, and then she goes and does what she's supposed to do. Other times, US30 is like on its period, and it's like, you know what? Yeah, I want to do this, but I'm gonna just play around with them for a little bit, take my time, hit some stop losses, and whatever happens, happens. And then you look at it, a move like 2 days later, finally it takes off. It's like, and then you see that same move like 3 weeks later, and it took off like right away. It didn't play all those games it was playing before. You know what I mean? So get to know your pairs. Get to know your pair's temperament. Get to know what it likes, what it doesn't like, how to trade it, and how to form your psychology to match that pair. Because you can't get upset at US30 for, oh, I saw these sells playing out, but it took 3 days to play out. So now I'm mad because I missed the move or hit my stop loss and then it went my way. You have to know that, man, sometimes my pair does that. So even if you lose, it's okay. Losses are part of trading. It's part of the game. You know what I mean? So you can't get upset, let it affect your psychology. Oh, I took a trade, I lost, I suck, I'm this and that. 1 or 2 trades, guys, doesn't define you. 1 or 2 losses doesn't make you a bad trader. 1 or 2 wins doesn't make you a great trader either. Find a balance. Find what works for you and know when to trade and when not to trade. Sometimes I'll see my setup, guys, but I won't take the trade sometimes because I'll see something else, or something might be happening here, or maybe it has nothing to do with the charts. Maybe I got things going on in my personal life and my head is not 100% clear. I'm not 100% in the game. So you know what? Maybe it's not the right time for me to be trading, even if I see my setup. Because sometimes you see things that are not always there. They're not always there. You know what I mean? So know when to trade, know when not to trade. Okay? Look at this here. This example right here is perfect. Price is clearly moving bullish, right? You have a high, low. High, low, high, price comes down, retests this high, and continues up. This is supposed to continue bullish. But let's say you wait for this bullish push right here. And let's say this candle came down and gave you a beautiful 50% retracement here. And then this next candle opened and starts going, and then you take a buy. And the market comes down and does that to you, right? You can't let that affect your psychology to the point where you're like, oh my God, the market's watching me. You know, why is this happening? This was trending nicely, and then as soon as I get in, it wants to smack me. It's just trading. It's just trading is what it is. Okay, I'll move like this. This thing, ranging. What did I say to look for, right? Market comes down to a key level. Is this a key level? Yeah. The market retested this level how many times here? Test, push, test. If none of this was here, and I saw this is a key level for me, because price kept testing that zone. It kept coming here, and for some reason, we could not come down here. We couldn't test price. Nothing could come down here to come give me any type of data to tell me that the market was going to come play around down here. Right now, everything is looking bullish. As long as this support holds right here, I need to be looking for buys, especially since the overall trend is already bullish. The trend is already bullish, so I have no reason to even be thinking sells right now. I have to be thinking buys, but I have to wait for price to come back to my key area. And that's why I teach you guys how to identify your key areas, because those are the areas that you're going to be taking your trade off of. Otherwise, where are you taking your trade off of? You don't know where the key areas are. You know what I'm saying? So price comes back to this key zone here, and you see every time price came here, we pushed up. We came down, we pushed up. We came down, we pushed up. So we come back down again. Guess what? I'm thinking we're going to be pushing up. All right, cool. So now I identified my key zone A, my trend B. Next, what I'm looking for is my entry confirmations. What are my entry confirmations? Well, I come down here, I see a support right here, price pushes up. I see this long wick here, and look at the body, right? I went over this in my 3-day in-person class. When you see wicks, guys, that are bigger than the bodies for an extended period of time, especially on the high time frames, you better stay away from that, because that is nothing but indecision. Right here, buyers and sellers were just going at it with each other, trying to figure out who is going to win this battle. Are we going to go up? Are we going to go down? That's all it was doing here. And in that case, it's difficult to win a trade in there, especially if you're scalping. Like, forget it. You're going to be just ping-ponging up and down. Bad condition to trade. This day, which was a Tuesday, terrible day to trade. By the way this candle looks. That day, another one. Wicks bigger than the body. Terrible day to trade. This day was great. If you traded Monday, December 12th, 2022, that was a great day. Because look at this body. Nice and strong and full and just momentum. Great candle. But then you look at the next day and you have this garbage here. And then the next day you have that garbage here. And it's like, damn. But you don't just write it off. You don't just write it off. You ask yourself, why did the market push up like this and then find its way back down? Ask yourself, why do things happen the way they do? Why do candles form the way they do? Why do candles open and close the way they do? So if I look here and I see this candle forming like this, I see that one point, this candle was way up here. Nice, big, strong, bullish momentum candle. And then out of nowhere, it rejected and came all the way down. So you know what I'm thinking? There is something here that is forcing price back down. It did it right here. Price pushed, then it came back and it did it again. Price pushed down. Something up here is forcing price down. So I got to keep that in mind. So I'm going to mark that off. I'm going to say, what the heck is up here? That's well, it's sellers. There's no, magical ghost that's sitting here that's saying, nope, no entry. You can't come here. No, it's sellers that are sitting up there. So now I have both my zones marked off. I have this zone here and that zone up here. And guess what my trading zone is for the foreseeable future? From here to here, which gives me 1,200 points. 1,200 points I can gather within this area here. That makes my trading life a whole lot easier. You know why? Because I'm simply looking for buys from here or sells from here. I'd prefer buys because the trend is bullish, but that's what it's telling me. Every time price came up here, we rejected and we came down. Okay. Are you buying expecting a bullish flag here? No, I don't trade those confirmations. I trade different confirmations. Okay, so let's clean up this chart here a little bit here. So I have my support down here and I have my resistance area up here. So let's say price is bouncing here. All right, perfect. I can't go down, guys, the time frame, because it's gonna kick me off because we're too far back. TradingView, I don't know why they changed that, but they did, and it sucks. So when you're using bar replay or you're back testing, I think you can only go back up to a year, if I'm not mistaken. Up to a year, okay? So price is bouncing here, we're pushing up, we retest it, and we're right in the middle. This here, guys, I would not take a trade inside here. I just would not, okay? Because why? First of all, if you're taking a buy from here, your stop loss needs to be here. If you're taking a sell from here, your stop loss would need to be there. Do you guys see how freaking massive your stop losses would have to be? It would make 0 sense to take a trade inside here. You have to wait for price to come back to your key areas. Because if you don't, you're gambling. You're gambling because you just don't know when price is going to take off. Okay? Okay. So if I see price sitting here, all I'm waiting for is for the market to come back here sometime and here. Now, do you have to wait for it to tap exactly? No. That's why this is a zone. It's a range of where you want to see the market come back to. Okay, it's a range. You don't know if price is actually going to touch your zone. You're the one that's drawing it. There's human error, all types of stuff. Okay, so if I see bounce, 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 this happening here, I'm waiting for price to come back here or price to come back here. And eventually it will. Now price came here. Now it doesn't mean just take a buy because you see price come back to your zone. You still have to wait for your confirmation to take entries. Okay, and in this case, price broke down, pushed up, left a little top wick, and started coming down. Most likely it's probably going to tap here or tap down there after we get a nice valid retest. Okay, so I'm not going to go through this whole thing because that's not what this session is about. We're not back testing today. This is just to show you guys a good way to analyze what happened prior to try to understand why price is where it is now and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's go to where price is now. Okay, so we're on the daily time frame. Clearly I see I already have a key area right there because price has tapped this area several times on the daily. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 taps here. So for about a week, price could not break this high, and then we started coming down, breaking lows here. Okay, so we had these lows right here that price was holding. Finally, we broke those lows, retested it, candle closed below, retested that candle and closed below that. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this for a second here, and I'm gonna put a zone here. All right, and the reason why I'm putting a zone here is because this is the first valid area of support to continue buys, to maintain buys for price to continue up. Not looking for sells, guys. This market is way too bullish for me to be thinking about sells. I don't really give a shit about sells right now. I only want to look for buys. Okay, so I've seen that market pushed up, we came down, we made a higher high. Okay, always use your candle lines to outline structure, to get an idea of what the market wants to do. Once you have your trend, you outline your structure, you have a decent idea of where you think structure is going, then you break down and you come down to analyze each candle to understand what each candle is doing. For 1, 2, 3, 4 days we were holding this area here. Look at this candle, guys, compared to these candles. These candles are little midget candles compared to this one. This one is this was the big mama candle, mama bear, and these are all the kids here. So you have baby candles, then you have this one big one that just dropped and closed below. And then you have this one that opened and retested the highs of these candles, never broke the high, rejected, and came back down. At one point, guys, this candle was strong bullish, and then it rejected and came down. That one closed. Terrible data trade, right? Terrible data trade. Great day, bad day, bad day, bad day, bad day, good day, bad day, good day, good day, good day, bad day, right? That's how you analyze the candles, okay? Price pushes up, rejected, pushed up, rejected, pushed down, rejected. Now we have this candle. Notice this candle has no wick to the upside, guys. That means this candle opened and completely just melted. It didn't even try to go all the way up. Opened and just dropped. Okay, so what does that tell me here? I have a rejection here, I have candle lows here, and I have candle highs here. So this little area right here was a support turned resistance. right inside here. Now, the only reason why I'm analyzing this is to try to get an idea of what I think the market's going to do when it comes here. Because even though I'm not looking for a trade inside here, what happens here still matters to me. Still matters, because remember, I'm looking for buys when the market comes here. But remember, I have this resistance up here that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days could not break. What if this is the last time this is going to come up here? And the market's only setting itself up to dump. What if it's doing that? I don't know. I have to wait and see. I have to wait and see. Okay, so right now the market is very close to this area of support here. It came down right here, and then we're kind of chilling. Now, I'd still like to see it come down a little bit further. I would not take a buy right here. It's just too far away from this low for my liking, point wise. All right. If I was to look for a buy here, my stop loss would need to be below this area here, and that's almost 400 points. That's just too much. Okay. I'd prefer price to come down here and give me a better entry. Okay. So let's go down to the 4 hour. Wait, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Okay, hopefully we come back into retest and it doesn't just take off from here. It gives us an opportunity to enter here. Okay, so on the 4 hour, I like it better on the 4 hour. I ain't gonna lie. It looks a lot nicer on the 4 hour than it does on the daily. Because look at this nice step ladder here. That's going up and up and up and up and up. And then we come down, we retest, and then we continue making lower lows. Look at the structure, guys. We have high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Breaking structure, structure broken. Okay, this was our previous area of lows right here. Candle was broken. Then what did we do? We retested it, full retest, 100% retest, not even 50 or 61% retest, full retest. And then what did we do? We came down, we created a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So what am I looking for? Another high before my next lower low. But am I looking for a trade inside here for the sells? No, because my overall trend on the daily time frame is bullish. So I would prefer let this finish doing what it's doing and then look for my entry confirmations to take a potential buy for price to continue bullish, and then we can continue up, breaking structure on the 4 hour, continuing up for the daily, on the daily. Okay, so okay, so right now where price is now, chilling. Price is chilling. Can you take a sell here? Yeah, it's not so bad. You know, it's 100, almost 200 point drop, but we don't know if it's gonna drop. Okay, we'd like it to hurry up and drop and then give us our entry, but it's just a matter of waiting. Look at these wicks. You know, if you take a sell here somewhere, you can get smacked on one of these pullbacks. These pullbacks are nasty. This one was nasty. That one was nasty. So do you even want to take a sell and then get smacked in a pullback? That's where patience comes in. Because if you're not able to maintain being patient and waiting for the right entry, you run the risk of getting smacked. The US30 don't take no prisoners. The US30 could care less about your account. So, you know, you want to take it easy there. All right. So where the market is now, we're technically at a low. We want price to come back up, make a high, come back, make a low, and then see what happens at that point. Okay. I don't even need to go down to the lower time frames here, guys, because this is all, if I go down, it's all noise. Okay. This is all noise here. Nothing happening here. So I want to stay here. I want to stay right here on the 4 hour. And if I wasn't trading with you guys live here, I'm off. I'm off the charts. And what I'm doing is I'm setting an alert for price to come back to this area, and once that alert gets tapped, then I'm like, okay, here's the thing. And that's the thing about US30 also, guys. It moves throughout the entire day, the entire trading session. US30 moves. So you might not get your move at your trading time, because my trading time is typically 7 to about 11 every day. US30 may not tap this area until like 1 today. You know, so you have to say to yourself, what's my trading plan, and am I willing to stick to it? Because if my trading time is from 7 in the morning to 11 in the morning and the move doesn't come until 1, am I still going to trade it? If I do, I'm breaking my rules because I'm outside my trading plan. But because I know this is a different kind of pair, I want to catch a move there, I'm going to have to adjust it. You know what I mean? So have I taken trades on US30 after 11 o'clock? Absolutely, I have. Because you have to move to the beat of the pair. You can't say to the pair, you better give me a setup between 7 and 11. No, otherwise, good luck. You know what I mean? You have to move how the pair moves. All right. So if you don't know how to set alerts, or learn how to set alerts. It's not hard. You just pick a spot. Let's say I want to put an alert here. There's a little alarm clock there. You hit add alert. This box pops up. You hit, you adjust your settings, and then you hit create, and then it'll put a little clock there. So next time price taps this area, it'll alert you. Your computer will make a noise, your phone, whatever, and it'll tell you, hey, price is at this area. Do you want to take a look? Okay. So that's that. So right now we're just waiting. I hope you guys understood that breakdown. It wasn't too complicated, very simple, very easy. Believe it or not, guys, US30 has been one of the more easier pairs for me to analyze in all of my trading. But the reason why I say that is because the more knowledgeable you get at something, it just seems easier. It just seems easier for you. It seems like it just comes effortlessly, It's like when you work out, when you're at the gym working out, you start out with 10-pound weights, then you move up to 15, then you move up to 20. And then before you know it, you're at 50 and you're just going, lifting. And it seems easy for you. It's like, oh, this is 50. I remember when I was struggling with 15 and I'm doing, I don't know how many curls now on 50-pound weights. It's not because the weights just got lighter, it's because you got stronger. So with US30, for me, it's not easy for me because it's just, it's whatever. No, my knowledge grew over the years. And because my knowledge grew, I'm able to see a lot more things that I wasn't able to see before. So now it feels easier for me, but in reality, it's just that my knowledge just went up. So the more you study, guys, the more that you backtest, the more you attend watching live sessions, whether it be my live session or whoever else's lives, you subconsciously start learning more and seeing more, understanding more. You start retaining more information. Little by little, you'll start having those little aha moments, those little, the things that were confusing to you before or you just couldn't grasp. Slowly but surely, they start to become a lot more clear to you, and you're able to have more confidence in what you're doing. So I urge all of you to stick with it. Don't let anything get in your way. Don't let drama or negativity or friends and family that don't support you getting in your way. Stick to what you're doing. You have a goal. You have a destination you're trying to get to. You're on a journey. You have your own personal reasons for why you're doing what you're doing. So stick with that. As long as you're doing the right thing, you're going to be fine. Just make sure you're getting, the right knowledge, the right information. You're actually putting in the work. You're not saying like, I bought this course and it sucks, when you only watched 2 videos out of the course and you didn't even really implement what you studied. You know what I mean? Really take accountability, take responsibility for what you're doing. And the results will show. The hard work will eventually show. You'll have something to show for it if you're really putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? So nobody can want it more than you. Whatever it is you want, no one wants it for you more than you. So you got to make it your business to keep your eye on the prize, stay focused, and do what you have to do. Period, point blank. All right, guys. So that's US30. Let's look at handy dandy gold. This is old bay right here. This is my X right here, X bay. Okay, so same thing with gold. Gold used to whoop my butt back in the day, and then I learned more, and then I got better with it. So now, same deal, same situation here. Okay, so I'm looking at gold here. I'm seeing gold was moving down nicely here. Right, we were breaking lows and continuing bearish, and then we broke structure and went bullish. Okay, perfect. So if I'm seeing price moving bullish, I'm looking for my support areas. I'm looking to see, hey, where is the next area that price could come back and retest so I can look for my buys? If you guys noticed, I like to trade the trend. Trading pairs like gold, like US30, difficult pairs, guys, like metals, like indices. You have a better chance of winning your trade if you follow the trend than you do if you don't. Okay, not saying you can't win a trade going against the trend. Counter trend trades are just as fine, but you have to know when to get in and when to get out. Now you're adding an added level of stress to the trade that there's enough. We have enough stress as it is, but now you're adding more stress to the trade because you're going against the trend rather than just being patient and waiting for the trend to continue going your way. Okay, so I see here price going up, down, up. So now I'm waiting to see. So I have to have a decent idea of where I think the market is going to come back to. Now the first push after we broke structure was here, right here in this area here. If I pull this all the way across, I will see here that this was a key zone. This was a key area right here where price held support. It was an area here where support here. It was a key area here where price held support here, held resistance here, and then it broke and it held again as support before we started pumping bullish. Okay, this is the first push of support. This is the high that it made here. If I want to break out my fib and I put my fib from swing low to swing high, price came right in between, right up under my 61% here. I always, when you mark off your fibs, guys, it's always wick to wick. Okay, I get that question all the time. How do you draw your fib? Is it from the bodies? Is it from the wicks? It's always from the wick. Okay, because the wick, the reason why it's from the wicks, guys, is because the wicks, it's not necessarily the open or the close of the candle. It's just the area where price tried to get to. So that even though the candle might have closed here or closed here, guys, the wicks still matter. The wicks play just as important a role in structure as the bodies do. So don't disregard where the wicks are or what happened where the wicks are, rejected or tapped or whatever. The wicks matter too, guys. Okay. So whenever you're drawing your fib, it's always wick to wick. Okay. So, price came down right around this area here, right below a little bit more than 61%. And then we pushed up bullish. Okay, so what's the one constant that we see here? When you're looking for buys, guys, your best entry confirmations are going to be your engulfing candles and your retest. Engulfing, retest candles. Okay, so here we see price pushed up, pushed down, and pushed up. Now that's on the greater side of the scale. If we what's the word I'm looking for? Reduce it or bring it down a little bit, whatever. I can't think this morning. We have to look at it from a big picture all the way down to the smaller frame. Okay, so if I'm looking at this area right here, let's look at the start of this move right here. Right, price came down, found support right here. We retested this push here, right, and then price pushed. Here's the first break of structure right here, because we have a high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we have this big engulfing candle here that took out this high. This was our previous high. Price took that out, and then we came down, barely retested it, and then it pushed up. Are you always going to get the cleanest retest? No, you're just not. Okay, sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. In this case, we did not, but either way, price pushed up, pushed down, engulfing candle, pull down, pushed up, and then finally we took off. Weak retest, strong retest here, weak retest going forward. Okay, so this stream was amazing. You're very inspirational. Thank you. I feel your passion. Thank you. Great breakdown. Awesome. What broker are you using? This person obviously doesn't pay any attention, or they just got here and they don't see what's pinned to the chat, so that's fine. I hope I didn't. Guys, the chat is all over the place sometimes, so if I miss a question or something, I apologize. Okay. All right. So yeah. So right now, US30 gold is bullish. Okay. So we have a low, high, low, high, and now price is bearish, slowly coming down here to probably create a low. Okay. Let's use our structure candles. Our structure arrows, right? high, low, higher high, low, high. Could this be making another leg for another low? Absolutely. Okay, I'm looking at this move here, from right here to right here. All I'm looking for is some sort of retest around this area here. So this is the daily candle coming down right now. I would love to see this candle reject and come back up above this area and give us a push to the upside here. Now, could this continue down and just clean this whole area here and come back? Yeah, because even if the market was to come down and come back down to this low, it's still valid for buys. It didn't break structure. If it comes here and it retests, it's still valid for a buy. Hasn't broken structure, okay? So at this point, I think today is mostly about waiting. What time is it? 9:30? It's about waiting today. That's all that is. That's all that is. All right, so let me put that right there. I have a bearish drop. I have a retest. So price is struggling to push up. We have this strong candle here. Let me go to 4 hour. Look at this structure. This is nice on the 4 hour. 4 hours looking nice and clean, guys. I ain't gonna lie. 4 hour looks clean on these pairs. Okay. So we got a price that held here back on the 15th of December. And we finally came back on January 8th. Guys, it took us a little less than a month, maybe 3 weeks to come back to this area here. So when I see price ranging, we tried to drop here, tried to push out. Was this NFP? What day was this? Yeah, it was NFP. I was about to say, if it looks funny looking like this, yeah, something's off here. So yeah, that was NFP. Charlene, do you look on Wix for a break of structure or bodies? It depends, but for the most part, you want to see bodies. The bodies are a little bit more important when it comes to structure, break of structure. But it does depend on the setup, okay? So I see this big push here. I've finally tapped an area of support. Would love to see a pullback. Would love to see price start pushing up here, and then to continue pumping bullish here. So last night we went strong bearish. So all through last night, London session, all the way to open of New York, we have been very bearish. And now price trying to make a bullish push, but we'll see. Let's go to the 1 hour and let's see here. Right now we're heavily bearish, heavy bearish. What price does here is going to be very important. If price can break above here and give us some play around here, that's going to be good. But if we break below here, it might get something like that and continue bearish to come down to retest these lows here. Could I see this melting? Yeah, absolutely. That can definitely happen. Gold doesn't have to retest for anybody. Gold does what it wants to do. So those of you that trade gold, I'd be looking for price to stay above this area here. If price starts pushing down and, yeah. Right now the buys, I like the buys more than the sells, but if we break below this area here, definitely sells. Above here, buys. Okay. Where would be a clean entry for you here for a buy since it's testing that zone? I would need to wait for an engulfing candle for a buy. I would need to wait for a structure to be broken here. That's why I have this line here, right here. But if you look, it's a 60 pip, range. That's a lot here. I'd wait for some sort of engulfing, some sort of break of structure on the lower, like here on the 5 minute. You see here on the 5 minute, if I do this, what's happening here is beautiful because I'm breaking this high, I'm breaking that high, and I'm pushing out of this range here. I'm pushing out of that area. I can push out of this area and give me something like that. Then I'm looking for this, and my entry would be something like this. Something like this is what I'd be looking for. Now the real buys are above here. above this area here. But waiting that long and their stop loss, that's crazy. You want to get entries kind of down here somewhere. You know what I mean? So yeah, and that's why I'm looking at it on the 5 minute, because the 5 minute gave you the best entries. So in here, you cut down here, you could still very well continue with the sells. Why? Because I put this line for a reason. We were holding an area of support. We broke, we retested that support. No reason why price can't continue bearish from here, even with this support here. It could very well continue down. So that's why the overall strong buys are above this area here, because that's breaking structure on the lower time frames. Okay, and if you look at the higher time frame, like the 15 minute, 30 minute, this is breaking high time frame highs. So that's an even stronger confirmation. You know what I mean? So that's why. And not only that, the high time frames trend is bullish. So I prefer buys over sells. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Let's look at US30 here. What's US30 doing? US30 is napping right now. She's taking a little itty bitty nap. She's in no man's land right now. Let's see what she wants to do, and that'll be that. All right, guys, so I'm gonna wrap up the YouTube live in the next few minutes here, and I'm gonna focus on my private live group. We're gonna swing on over there. Some announcements next month, for February moving forward. I'm thinking about only trading live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because I don't know if I want to do it every day anymore, because some days I just don't feel like trading, guys, honestly. I enjoy giving you guys my time, giving you guys this knowledge. Feels really good. I have fun with you guys, but some days I just don't feel like trading. So I think I'm probably gonna move it on over to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the live streams, and that will be for the private live and the YouTube live. We'll see. I haven't decided on it yet. It's just it's just up in the air right now, but we'll see. I think that's fine too. We'll see what I decide to do. Charlene, I applied for the March one-on-one class, but you haven't received an email. Did you already pick 10 people? I go over my email applications pretty much every day, except on the weekends. On the weekends, I try not to do too much work. If you applied, you should have gotten a response email. If you did not get a response email, that means that your email address that you put in was incorrect. And I did get a few of those. So if you guys don't pay attention to what you're typing into these applications, I can't help you with that. You have to pay attention to make sure you're putting in the right information. You have to put your name in, and you have to make sure your email is correct. Sometimes I will respond and I will send the email from the program that I'm using, and it will kick back to me and say, this email was non-deliverable due to this email address. And I'll look at the email address and I'm like, they'll put, so-and-so at yahoo.co and forget to put the M, or .who.con, C-O-N. Or they'll put something at something, and it'll be something off or something. So if you reapply again if you can, or just send me an email. And all my information, guys, is in the description box of all my videos. So send me an email and I'll address it there. But pretty much for my in-person classes, typically everybody gets a response. So we'll see. So I like what I'm seeing on US30 on the 30-minute. This is cool. I just want this to just melt. Come on down. Come on down. You are the next contestant on The Price is Right. I want this to come down to here to do this. And then that. That's what I want to see. And those of you that are asking, Charlene, why don't you take a sell here? Because the trend is bullish and I just prefer to take a buy over a sell. That's why. That's why. So. Do you think the markets will move more starting Wednesday? It doesn't take just news for the market to move. The market moves whenever it wants to. The market moves whenever it wants to. Sometimes you get news and it doesn't move either. You know? So sometimes you get news and it doesn't move either. I'm so excited, guys, about getting into sports betting. I don't know why, but because I'm already a gambler, you know. I'm a trader. I play blackjack, poker. I like all that stuff. So it's well, can't say it's a weird thing that I'm not in sports gambling. I think just because you need to have people to expose you to things, and if you don't, then you don't. You know, I'm sitting at that restaurant having lunch that day, and I'm sitting next to someone who's talking to me about sports betting, and now I placed a seed in my ear about sports betting. You know, and it just so happens, guys, that guy also trades as well. He also trades, and guess what he trades? US30. US30. We got to talking. He's like, yeah, I also date. He's a real estate investor. He's a real estate investor. And I walk into the restaurant, sit at the bar, and he says hello. We start talking, ordering drinks. You know, what do you do for a living? What do you do? This and that. And he tells me he's a day trader. I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, I do real estate. That's my main business, but I also trade on the side. And he trades US30 on the side, and he's a sports bettor. That day when we were sitting there having drinks, watching a college football game, he made $700 right in front of me betting on that game, which was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to see. So now, you know, thinking about getting into sport, you know, and then sports betting. Last night, you know, I'm at my aunt's house. We're all watching the football, the Dolphin game. And my dad and my aunt are all, you know, going in about how they betted on games and they won this much, that much. And they're like all excited. And there it is again. Second time I'm hearing about sports betting. And I'm like, you know what? This might be a sign. Might be like, hey, Charlene, the universe is poking me like, hey, you might want to take a look at this, girl. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm not just going to jump into it with both feet. I'm going to learn as much as I can about it first. Try to, you know, figure out what it is. You know, I'm going to swing by the casino sometime this week to see, get some information. You know, since it's legal now in the state of Florida, and see what's up. You know? So, can't wait for that. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Should be interesting. Yes, I do it, but with football, soccer, it's really good once you know the game. Nice. And look it, more females in there. What do you know? Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yes, yes, yes. This music is putting me to night-night. Okay. I'm getting into the same thing. Sports betting is the ish. What? Sherry 80? Listen. I'm kind of mad y'all didn't put me up on game when it comes to that. I'm kind of mad y'all didn't do that. because really, it's like the best kept secret out there. You know how long I've been watching sports? What? It's about to be a whole movie out here. Yes, yes, yes. You'll love it. You can play by a quarter, half, full game, player props. I fell in love with it. Second to trading. Love it, love it, love it. Yes, yes, yes. How long have you been with your new broker? This year. Last week. Last week. I'm tired. Might take a nap after this live since I went to bed so late last night. I was up, you know, you guys know I like to watch true crime shows. I was up watching this documentary on John Wayne Gacy. You know, that psychotic guy that killed all those boys back in the 1970s. I was watching, they got this documentary on him. It's like an 8-part documentary on the whole investigation and how he was caught and interviews with him in prison and stuff. I got to the second episode last night. It was like 2 a.m. and I just could not fall asleep because I was so into the show. And I'm like, man, I got this live session to do in the morning and I'm still up watching this thing. And I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna close my eyes and go to sleep and I'll catch up on it later on in the week. So, sucks. I'm gonna finish watching it later though, because I got a lot to do today after my live. The rest, this whole week I'm busy this whole week. So I'm gonna have to make time later to do it, to get it done. But yeah, guys, you gotta find a way to disconnect. Disconnect from everything. You know, we have different things going on, different stressors, a lot going on. But you have to find a way to disconnect from it. Find things that you like, things that take your mind off of things, and don't let anybody steal your happiness. Don't let anybody steal your peace. Okay? Just because they woke up that day and chose violence doesn't mean you have to too. So I watched the one on him and Ted Bundy. Yeah, I saw the one on Ted Bundy, but for some reason Ted Bundy doesn't really appeal to me as much. I don't know why. I watched one documentary on Ted Bundy, but I saw when I was scrolling through the documentaries, I saw the one on Ted Bundy. But I was like, I think I want to see the John Wayne Gacy one more. I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer one though. The one, there's a whole new documentary they got on Jeffrey Dahmer. And it's one about what happened to him in prison when he got killed in prison. That one was pretty cool, and it was two and a half hours too. How do you fit that much into 2.5 hours? It was crazy. It was crazy. The clown dude, yeah, he was nuts. The clown dude, yeah. That was weird to me. That was weird to me. Like, he was a legit clown. Like, he was a legit clown. That's crazy. The clown dude. That's funny. Who's in these US30 cells? I know you guys are in these cells. Y'all some savages. Who's in these US30 cells? What the hell? How did that happen? Yeah. Why do I have to keep going through this with this thing? It's a pain in the butt, man. Copy. clown dude. I think the Dahmer documentary was the craziest one. Yeah, it was wild. It was wild. Hulu has a bunch of those. Yeah, they do. But I don't like that a lot of them you have to like pay separate for. I don't like that. That's a pain in the butt. That's a pain in the butt. There goes gold. Beautiful. Look at her go. Holding that area of support, pumping up, breaking structure on the lower time frames. And she is gone away, honey. Let me see a closure above this area here. Let me see a 1 hour candle closure here. Breaking this here, beautiful. Let me get a retest and bye-bye for the buys. That's what I want to see today. That's what I want to see on gold. Yes, we got a nice closure here. Still need a retest though. Still needed to come back, retest, and then bye-bye. Yes, sir. Give me some. Look at gold behaving finally. Gold was doing all types of foolishness last year. Y'all remember that? Gold was on one last year. Just doing all types of nonsense. All types of nonsense. Gold was all over the place. US30 is taking a nap right now. Let's wait for her to finish playing around. This is what I want to see on US30. I want to see US30 do this. And I want to see her do this. Boom, boom. That's what I want to see. Come on, gold, get yourself up there. So guys, it is 10 o'clock. I gave you guys a little bit longer than usual. So I'm going to take off here, off of the YouTube live, and I'm going to swing on over to my private live group. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. If you need anything from me, please see the description box of all my videos, and I got you back. As always, it's your favorite female trader, Charlene FX. Peace and love, and I'm out. Ciao.